Have you ever wondered what it really takes to make a YouTube video a global mega hit? Well, today we're going to crack the code on the songs that have smashed that mind-boggling billion-view mark. So what's their secret sauce?
At first glance, it's a pretty weird mix, right? You've got global pop hits, simple children's songs, and these really emotional tributes. It feels like they don't even belong in the same conversation.
Oh yeah, you know this one. It's been absolutely everywhere, at a bar, a wedding, pretty much any store you've walked into for the past few years.
And then there's this one. Chances are you've heard it coming from a toddler's iPad, playing on that endless loop.
And this one? Wow, this wasn't just a hit song. It was basically the official soundtrack for an entire summer. It completely took over the radio, speakers, you name it.
And who could forget this one? It was a total phenomenon. I mean, it kicked off a dance craze that swept the entire planet and literally broke YouTube's view counter. Seriously.
So the one thing, the only thing that ties them all together, is this insane number of views. We're talking the elite billion-view club. So how does that even happen? What's the magic trick? All right, let's dive in and see if we can figure out the formula. Okay, first up, the pop music formula. Yeah, these are just catchy songs, right? Well, kind of. If you look a little closer, you'll see there's a really clear formula at play, and it's built on something we can all relate to: desire.
So you've got two totally different songs, different languages, different vibes, but they're both hitting on that same primal theme of physical attraction. And notice, there's no deep, complicated poetry here. It's super direct. It's almost like a user manual for the dance floor.
But here's where it gets really interesting. The secret isn't just what they're saying, it's how they're saying it. The core hooks are dead simple, and they just repeat and repeat and repeat. And get this, they both use the exact same magnet metaphor. It's such a simple, powerful image for that feeling of being pulled towards someone. Anyone, anywhere gets that.
Okay, let's switch gears completely. We're jumping into the world of kids' music. I know, it seems like it's on a totally different planet from pop music, but is the secret to getting a billion views really all that different?
So the building blocks here are pretty obvious, right? They're designed for little kids. Simple words, easy lessons, parents will like, everyday stuff they recognize. But then, there it is again. That same key ingredient, repetition. Only this time, it's on steroids.
8 times. Just think about that. They say round and round 8 times in just a couple of verses. That is not an accident. It's totally engineered to be as memorable as possible, especially for a little kid's brain that just loves patterns and knowing what comes next.
So here's the big takeaway. That hypnotic, looping quality of a nursery rhyme, it does the exact same job as a catchy pop chorus. It's a machine built to get stuck in your head and just not let go. It doesn't matter if you're 3 years old or 30. All right, but what happens when a song isn't about love or, learning your ABCs? This is where our little formula gets a really important twist. We've got an outlier, one that seems to break all the rules we've seen so far.
Yeah, see you again. This one just hits different, doesn't it? The whole feeling changes. It's not fun or flirty. It's this incredibly powerful, kind of sad tribute. It was written for the movie Furious 7, right after the actor Paul Walker tragically passed away.
So this song, it completely sidesteps the whole physical attraction thing. Instead, it taps directly into these other really deep, really universal feelings. It's all about friendship, family, and dealing with loss. And those are themes that, they cut across every culture and every language. They connect with everybody.
Okay, so now we've got all our puzzle pieces. We've got the pop music formula, the nursery rhyme engine, and this emotional outlier. So desire, learning, loss. Let's put it all together and finally crack this billion-view code.
Turns out, the code has nothing to do with a specific style of music. It's more like a 3-step recipe. First, you start with a theme that is absolutely universal, something anyone, anywhere on the planet can relate to. Step 2, you deliver that theme using super simple, hypnotic repetition. And finally, step 3, you have to tie it all to a really strong, really clear core emotion.
And this chart really shows you how it all works together. It's not just one thing, it's the mix. Think about it. The pure, goofy joy of Gangnam Style, the intense desire in Despacito, the soothing comfort of Wheels on the Bus, or even that shared feeling of sadness from See You Again. Every single one of them uses this exact same playbook.
So this formula, it works. It works because it taps into the most fundamental parts of what it means to be human. But that leaves us with one last big question to think about. As our world keeps changing, as technology evolves, will the things that connect us change too? And if they do, does that mean the secret code for 1 billion views will have to be completely rewritten?